Welcome to Tarot Tuesday for the week of September 16th. This is for Capricorn. Capricorn, we are moving out of this earth sign season into an air sign season, which you might be feeling, but I think the biggest thing that is affecting everybody is that this weekend we're going to have an eclipse in Virgo. So really releasing all of that busy work that is keeping us from the real work that we actually need to be doing, which is not like a productive sense of work. It's more of a self-growth that we're working towards. And then know that also we are moving into Libra season, so the equinox is literally the next day, where day and night are equal all around the world. And yeah, we're gonna hopefully move into a more balanced time, because from what I've been reading, it's a lot of chaos out there. All right, so I'm gonna do, there we go. Okay. Golden Palace. So here you are, high above all the bullshit, hopefully. But actually, this card has another meaning of, do you have this oasis, Shangri-La, castle in the sky that you are idolizing, that you're putting on a pedestal, a situation or a fantasy illusion that is outside of something that is actually attainable? Think of this more of as like an oasis, where it's like there's this thing in the distance, it looks really beautiful, but then you get there and it's actually just a mirage. Yeah, you want to just be aware of where your mind is being focused, because you might be idealizing a fantasy and not something that is tangible. Yeah, you're wide open. At least you're coming from a place of gold is your oyster and you can do whatever you want, you can get whatever you want in the world, but you need to, just be aware that, like, because while the world is wide open, what are the conscious steps that you can be taking towards whatever it is that you're seeking at this time? Because you do have the Gentle Gardener reversed, and so the Gentle Gardener is also coming from a place of you have long-term goals, and like a gardener cannot know if his crops are growing until they come to the surface. So the thing here for you is patience. Also, you need to have the patience to know that while you might not be seeing the fruits of your labor now, doesn't mean that they aren't coming. Like, you cannot dig up the seed to check them every day, because you're just going to kill them, because you're going to blind them with that sun they're not ready for. And that's the thing. Are you blinding yourself with something that you aren't ready for? Or like you've put this thing on a pedestal and you're trying to get there, but things aren't going to progress if you have planted the wrong things too, maybe. Like, be taking the right steps, like make sure that you're working towards something that is doable. What is the outcome? Maybe even just address that for yourself, write it down so that it's out of your head and like physically something you can see. What is my goal right now? What are things that I can objectively do now towards this goal? And how realistic is it to obtain it? And just not be living in the illusion of this is how it has to 100% go, because that is not going to get you anywhere. If things happened 100% the way that I wanted them to go, or like if I was not going to start anything because I wasn't going to see them happen 100% the way that they needed to, I would get nothing done. Nothing would ever happen, because I would be living in a constant state of it's not ready, it's not right, so scrap it. Yeah. Because yeah, you've got coming together reversed. And so I will say that just collectively, if you are seeking to be understood and felt in a time where literally the collective is in a chaos moment, where like this eclipse is affecting absolutely everybody in whatever way, shape, or form that it is. And so finding common grounds at this moment in time is maybe not gonna happen, for one. And then for two, coming together is saying like, because yeah, this might be what you've been putting on a pedestal, is this is 100% how I have to talk to my boss. This is how the talk with my boss has to go so I get the raise that I want. This is how the talk with my partner has to go so that we are on the same page. This is how like my family has to receive me. No one is going to receive you in the way that you want to be received if you are demanding that they do everything 100% how you want them to respond. It's like getting mad at somebody because you gave them a gift that they didn't need or ask for, and they mad at their reaction to a thing that they might not have the space for. Yeah, it's like trauma dumping on somebody. Like people might not be in the space, and so their reaction is gonna be what you want it to be. Yeah, I mean more positive things. It's like you could have bought stuff. Like there's this one episode, a show that I like, where like this guy buys this woman a house without her knowing, and it's like, this is the house we're gonna share together, and you went behind my back and got a house without, you know, me having any say or do or reason or rhyme. It's like a very like nice gesture, but that omitted somebody's thoughts and feelings about it. Capricorn, just know that, yeah, like really, this wide open that you have in your card should really be wide open and more receptive to the fact that other people have their own personal opinions and ways of being, and you cannot control them. You can just be open and receptive to what they are at the time. You know, you can have someone like roommate or like, you know, like, yeah, like even coworker or something, go out to go get coffees for the rest of the company. At that coffee shop, gets robbed, mugged, and then is a fully different person when they come back to you. So you don't even know. It doesn't have to be that extreme, but yeah, literally, like I can go on my little like mental health walk and come back a completely different person. So you just don't know. So Capricorn, don't try to control that. I don't know why it became so much about other people, but that's where it went. But it could be something more along the lines of, yeah, if you have like a dream business model idea of how it's gonna look, it's gonna be whatever it's gonna be. You just have to work in whatever ways you can towards your goal and not be attached to the outcome. That is the gist of what I have for you, Capricorn. Really wasn't that bad next to some of the shit that I've seen this week. So enjoy your eclipse. I will see you in Libra season next week. Bye.